what's complicated about Dwarf Fortress is the view of it. Since we're in the fort, might as well do a overview, and I'll explain the visuals. So what you're actually looking at, and it might just look like a bunch of gobbledygook, and that's fair. What you're actually looking at is you're looking at 2D planes. And each plane is a layer of what is essentially Minecraft. So right now we're on the surface. That snaky thing throughout the map in the middle is a creek that freezes towards the bottom. It goes. The blue section snaking through is a creek. It's suspended over open space, which is the blue. The brown are constructed pathways. In this case, a lot of suspended pathways up in the air. If I go up a few tiles, you can see the tops of the trees over on the left. You can see the hill over here. All that black starry stuff is undug out stone, or dirt in this case. As you move up, you can actually see the contours of the map kind of going up towards the top. So if I move up a little bit more, you can see little bits and pieces of how the map kind of fits. And eventually you'll see the trees on top. The trees are exactly like Minecraft trees. Each one of those little squares making up the tree is a three-dimensional block. As we move down towards the actual fortress itself, you can see the walls on the side. We move down a little bit more. You can see the two constructions I have over on the left, which is my outdoor spot for livestock, as well as a little bridge going over the river. If I zoom in a little bit on the UX, up in the top right, there is a moon, this little guy up here, which says the size and shape of the moon. We have the number of dwarves that are idling, so dwarves that currently don't have a task. Tasks can be things like socializing. They can be things like storing items in stockpiles or crafting items. On the right as well, along the right, we have a kind of a black circle. If I move up one layer, it's going to say 1, the green one. There's a little plus above it, and it says +1. That means we're 1 Z level above, like 1 layer of blocks above ground level. To go down one, it's going to say 0. If I move the camera into the mountain, it might. No, it doesn't. Sometimes it does on the bigger mountains. It'll change the ground level, or ocean level, rather. As I move down, it now says -1, meaning we are 1 layer underground, or in this case, 1 layer down into the giant hole that I've dug. If I go down another layer, it'll say that we're 2 layers underground, 3 layers underground, 4 layers underground, 5 layers underground, 6 layers underground, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Hold the down button for a little bit, lie down throughout the map. At the very bottom is another number. That is the total number of Z levels all the way down into the negative realm. This particular map goes down 167, I think that said, Z levels. And as I go all the way up, back up into the sky, we can go up 25. If something is supported, it won't collapse. It's not affected by structural integrity, although hopefully one day they will be. As far as things that you're seeing running around, all of these brown zeros are tree trunks. In vanilla, if I wasn't using a tile set, they would look like this. It would look like that. Livestock and animals are represented with individual characters. In this case, my unicorns are U's. I have a horse over here that's a H. If I jump down to the actual dwarves themselves on the main Z level, we have tables, we have walls, we have doors, we have statues. We have little water grates with misted water coming down through them. We have windows, we have musical instruments, we have dwarves. The status effects that they have affect the pattern that they are blinking. So this dwarf is basically exhausted and tired and wants to go to sleep because of the down yellow arrow. This dwarf can't walk, so they kind of got that flashing red indicating they have an injury, and a brown background indicating that they are lying down. There are other motions that they can have, like flashing down red arrows, which means they're stressed. Flashing down blue arrows means they need water. And Spitalier just gave birth to a boy. But that's kind of like a brief overview of the visuals.